Did you ever hear the saying, the world doesn't revolve around you? It's an accusation people throw at you when they're fed up with your attitude. But just let's deconstruct this saying, the world does not revolve around you, so the world revolves. So it's a system. So it has a purpose. And people may claim to you, the purpose is not you. But hold on. Does it revolve around them? Who does the world revolve around? Why do people wake up every morning, go to their jobs, and come back at home? Who determined that that's the way they should exist in this world? Who decides which language you're allowed to use and which not? Who decides how you're allowed to feel about yourself? Who does the world revolve around? People often can't answer that question. It's obvious when you do research that the world revolves around Apollo, the Antichrist, who's the Nephilim son of Satan, whom in the New Testament is called the Destroyer and is also called the Son of Perdition. So Satan has a counterfeit kingdom, that's the world, centered around his heir, which is a Nephilim spirit. And the world leaders worship this entity, and they construct societies in such a way that everyone falls in line with this demon. Now, many of the commoners out there don't know this. They just do what they are told by society. But when you think, hold on a minute, but what about me? Yes, I do have obligations towards others. Yes, I should consider others, but I matter too. The moment you have such an attitude that you matter too, people then become upset with you and tell you the world doesn't revolve around you. You know why? Because they can't control you when you're not in fear. When you're not in fear, they'll have to use a lot of violence to push you in a direction. But the moment you're in fear, they can easily control you. And that's what they want. They want control. Why don't they tell the politicians in their face? Or the police officers that are armed in the street that the world doesn't revolve around you? They don't. Why? Because there will be consequences that they can't control. But with you, there's an opportunity for them to lash out or to attack and to get away with it. Or there will be some consequences, but they can justify themselves with excuses, or they have the reasons. When worldlings can't control you, they'll accuse you. Yes, it's true that heaven and earth doesn't revolve around you. But does it revolve around them? No. So why are they mentioning that to you? If it doesn't revolve around them, then why are they putting you in their place? Well, they don't even know who the world revolves around. Because here's the thing, heaven and earth revolves around Christ. But that's what they don't want to hear. Because that means that they have no entitlement to control. The moment you recognize that heaven and earth revolve around Christ, that means they have no entitlement to control whatsoever. So they don't want this. So they are in rebellion and resistance against Christ. And in this darkness they operate. And in this darkness they want control on you. They want to control you so that they can feel relieved. That's why when you're not in line with what society expects of you, people turn on you with violence to remind you that they can harm you if you don't do what they want. But the moment you shake that off into their face, what's going to happen? All the anger will boil up and backfire on them. And now they are dealing with the harm, not you. And then they come make the world revolve around you, try to accuse you, to make you feel bad about yourself. Why don't they have this attitude towards the tyrants that are oppressing them? Or towards the vile predators amongst them that are harming children and harming the elderly? They don't. So you have vile predators that haunt the community, that cause harm to generations to come. They don't bother with those. But they are upset with you because they can't control how you feel on the inside, because they can't control your significance, because they want to determine how important you are. They want to be the one granting permission for your existence and how you should exist. So because they have their control issues, because they don't want to face themselves, now you need to make everything revolve around them, around what they want. And that's what society is all about. It's a bunch of people forming a collective because they want everything to revolve around them. They can't do it individually, but they can't do it as a collective. That's the root of nationalism. That's the root of racism. That's the root of all those toxic movements. So, the world does not revolve around you. It doesn't revolve around them. What does it revolve around? Oh, they don't know. Or if they do know, they need to explain why they get along with the world that revolves around a Nephilim. They can't explain that. Oh, and if the world revolves around a Nephilim, who's an illegitimate being, then why don't you serve the legitimate being who's God himself? Oh, because you are a narcissist, because you don't want to face that you're not God and you don't want to be held accountable for anything. You just want to will whatever you will, always have your reasons, everyone else has to find a way to deal with what you want. Ah! So you're upset because heaven and earth doesn't revolve around you. So now you join a collective to participate in violence against those that don't comply with what you collectively want. Believers, don't let the world blackmail you. Keep on agreeing with Christ. Be at peace.